Here I am back in Puerto Rico on an iguana hunt. Back on the same farm I was at, geez, must have been close to 3 years ago now. Haven't been back for a while, and I was invited. Hatsan is putting on the same event I came down for. This farm's been trying to eradicate or limit the iguanas for some time, and I have to say there's a big difference now between the last time I was here. Now there are a couple of things. First, I cannot believe the damage the hurricane did. I mean, it came through this farm and whole forest are gone. I mean, there were stands of big trees all over. They've just been about flattened. And concurrent with that, kind of the population of iguanas took a dip, but it was going down anyway. Again, they're trying to eradicate them here. This is pure and simple pest control. They're a non-indigenous animal. They're coming in here creating all kinds of problems on the farm. In general, in Puerto Rico, they're having an environmental meltdown because of these iguanas, and they need to get them off the island. There have been some good articles in National Geographic and some other publications that you wouldn't normally associate with proponents of culling animals, but they realize that if they don't get rid of them, and there is no other way to get rid of them other than to kill them. You can't capture them and let them go somewhere, because first off, capturing them is just, it's impossible because you have to take out the whole population. And then releasing them, where are you going to release them? And what are you going to do with them? There is no other solution for it. Anyway, I'm going to be hunting with a few different Bullpups. I've already been out for a day. I got another couple days to go, but I've been out with the Bullpups, and I'm using the Hatsan AirMax, the Bullboss, and the FlashPup. I'm using the FlashPup today. So I've been using 25, 22 calibers across the trip. So I'm going to get it back out there and do some more hunting. I got to tell you, it is hot, humid. I've set up my base camp here in a banana grove. I've got my ice chest full of cold water and soft drinks, and I go out and I shoot for an hour, hour and a half, and then I come back here and sit for about 20 minutes and rehydrate, because you can just feel the fluids evaporating from your body. You really run the risk of dehydrating if you're not careful. Anyway, I'm going to get back out there and see what we can do. I'm up high, so I'm kind of shooting. I'm not shooting that high up. They're high up in the trees, but I'm up on a kind of a hillside above, shooting down. So anyway, I'm carrying. Anyway, the 22 AirMax, nice little Bullpup. It's hitting hard. It's dead accurate. You know, I'm getting those headshots right where I want them. And I'd say most of my shots are at about 40 to 50 yards. Back to it. For any of you iguana lovers and gym haters that have sat this far through it, really sound reason for trying to get rid of these iguanas here. And if you've done any research, you go online, look up what National Geographic or what's been published in New York Times or Wall Street Journal. They've all had articles about the kind of the destruction and the problems that iguanas are causing over here, and it's amplified after the hurricane, because these people got some other problems, man. We're driving out here and street signs are still down, lights aren't working. This whole place I'm shooting in used to be a forest all through here, and it's almost wiped out right now. It's incredible the damage that the hurricane did. Anyway, I'm getting back out there now. I've got 4 magazines. You know, one thing I like about this this Bullpup bottle up front, it fills to 3,000 psi, but I haven't really counted what the run out is on shots, but I'm shooting 4 or 5 10-shot clips before I go back and get air. So at the ranges I'm shooting at, I'm not really noticing any drop in or shift in the POI with distance, which is, you know, that to me, that's the most important thing. If the gun's hitting where it's supposed to be hitting, I don't really care that much about drop in velocity. But as soon as it starts shifting at the distances I'm shooting, that's it for me. That's when I go back for a refill. Anyway, all loaded up. Get that nice cold refreshment. Oh, by the way, I'm shooting the H&M Barracudas, the Hunter Extreme. You know, they're the kind of flat with a cross hollow point. They got like a real small hollow point, but they got a big crosshatch through them. They work pretty well. Oh, don't want water on this one. I want my Coke. Yeah, it's hot out here. Hot and humid. But I'm out shooting right now with the Hatsan AirMax. I'm doing a 22. I'll go back out maybe later today or tomorrow with the 25, but I'm using a 22. So far I've been out there for about 2 hours now. I've shot probably about a dozen and a half pretty nice sized iguanas. Problem is, they're falling down into this this deep V. When the floods came through after the hurricane, it just wiped this whole area out, and it's like sheer cliffs down to the water. So what I'm going to try to do is keep in mind where they are, where they fell, and I think I walk down about a mile. I can drop over the side so I can climb down and then work my way up and see if I can collect them there. These banana trees abut the riverbank where the trees are, so I can walk along and keep in the shade. And that helps. Believe me, anything that keeps you out of the sun here helps a little bit. It's overcast, but the sun rays can still just burn you up. I'll spend another maybe hour and a half here, and then I'm going to drop into another area. I think I can, towards afternoon, I can get back into the jungle. Right here I'm in the Well, my experience hunting with these bullpups has been quite good. As I mentioned earlier, they're compact, they're easy to move around, and I've been in tight spaces, either shooting in from inside the woods or crawling in through the high grass. But the compact dimensions have been really a positive attribute of these guns. I find that with a lot of bullpups that they're quite shootable from a lot of different positions. I mean, I shoot well with these when I'm prone, offhand, kneeling, and they've been doing well for me. The guns, the FlashPup hasn't moved the action. The action's still back, and it's a bolt. The AirMax and the Bullpups, both side lever actions, they move them forward. I like the really compact dimensions of the Flash a lot, and it's really accurate, and it's been powerful. So. And the price point is good. So if you're okay with having the bolt back here to cock, this is a really good option. I like that forward, side lever forward, just that I can cycle it without moving my head off in it. They're all pretty efficient with their air supply. This is a bit smaller than some of the bottle forward guns, but they're all efficient. You get a decent shot count. With all of them. In general, what I found is that the guns as a group were reliable, they were rugged, they took a bit of a beating in the field. I took a couple spills, and I took actually a few spills moving through this stuff. All through here, there's grass 4 or 5 feet high, and they've got these ditches cut through that are 4 or 5 feet deep, and you don't know until you step into one, kind of disappear in the grass. So I've done some tumbles. The guns have held up, but they've all been accurate, powerful, just really everything you want out of a hunting gun. You know, at Hatsan, I shoot with a lot of different guns, and I do a lot with, you know, the premium brands, and there's a lot to be said for those guns, but they're expensive. And one of the things that I've always liked about Hatsan, I've been shooting since their Numa, that's 12 years ago. One of the things I've always liked is that for the buck, you're not going to get anything that performs any better than these guns. You know, you got a really good price point, and they're feature rich. Now, if I had any negatives to say, their guns tend to be heavy, but they're working on lightening them up, and some of them have an auto deploy safety, and that I have a hard time excusing. Some of the guns, like the FlashPup here, it doesn't have an auto-deploying safety, and I like that much more. So as a rule, I enjoy getting out with these guns. They do the trick. They're great in the field, and you don't have to pay a fortune to get started in the sport. And not just get started. These are guns that'll carry you right through. There's never a time when you're going to say, "Oh, I can't hunt with this gun. I need something better."